life insurance if you're overweight, and getting a life insurance quote online. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video, and how you can secure your family's future. Hi guys, my name's Steve and I've lost over £100 and gone from this to this. So I know what it's like trying to get life insurance when you're overweight, and I also know the positive impact it can have on your wallet when you begin to lose that weight and become more healthy. There are a few things we're going to be looking at in this video. Number one, the importance of life insurance. Number two, life insurance when you're overweight. Number three, the difference in life insurance when you begin to lose that weight. Number four, the best providers of life insurance. Number five, how much life insurance you should be looking at getting as a bare minimum. And number six, how I lost the weight to drive the cost of my insurance way down. Okay guys, number one, the importance of life insurance. One of the most important things to remember with life insurance is that it isn't really for you, it's for your family. What would your family need to do to stay afloat financially if you could no longer pay the bills at the end of the month? When you purchase life insurance, you pick a coverage amount, anywhere from a few thousand to a few million. If you pass away while the policy is still active, your beneficiary receives that amount in cash. Your beneficiary is the person who you want to, like the name suggests, benefit financially. This could be your partner, your adult children, or your close family. Now, you can also choose multiple beneficiaries if you like, and you can change this as needed if your situation changes. Life insurance can give both you and your beneficiary peace of mind that there is money to come in a worst case scenario. One of the main reasons people take out life insurance is to cover daily expenses, like car payments, utilities, and groceries. According to a study, 63% of people say they bought life insurance to replace their income. Think about all of the things your income covers. If your wages all of a sudden were not there to cover them things, your family would need to find an alternative source of income to cover them. Since life insurance typically is paid out much faster than, say, settling an estate, which can take months and in some cases years, your family would be supported much faster, so they aren't burdened financially. Another incredibly important aspect to life insurance is the ability to save the family home. This is the place where you've created memories and raised children. This is also typically the biggest expense in a family budget. In the United States, the median monthly mortgage payment is around $1,100. This is a huge financial cost for your family to cover without you. Also, any debts that are outstanding can be paid off. That includes co-signed debt such as student and car loans. If you have a mortgage or other debt, don't let it hold you back from buying life insurance. It can be an important way to help avoid these costs from falling on your family's shoulders if something happens to you. The percentage of people choosing to attend higher education, such as college and universities, is going up. And even if this isn't your children's plan, they may want to learn a skill or trade or go through another type of program that needs funding. With life insurance, you have the financial cover in place to protect those dreams. Number two, life insurance when you're overweight. Finding life insurance with a high BMI or body mass index can be very simple, as long as you know which companies are the cheapest and best options. That's where speaking to an expert insurer can save you time and money getting the best life insurance cover for overweight individuals. When you are overweight, your life insurance will be slightly higher as you're seen as someone who, from the insurance company's point of view, is not in an ideal state of health. Therefore, there'll be a higher cost on your policy. You might be asking yourself, can I even get life insurance? The answer for the most part is yes. You should be able to get life insurance quickly and easily. You should be able to get cover to protect your family and not need to have a medical unless you have other health problems. Most of the major brand insurance providers have their own BMI scale that they work to and will offer to cover up to their own levels. Historically, it's been more difficult to get life insurance for people who are overweight, but things are getting slightly better. Most insurance providers use BMI, body mass index, to assess height and weight ratio for life insurance. Some insurers use the US American BMI scale and others use the UK version, which is slightly different. Insurers using the US scale tend to be slightly more lenient on BMI. Number 3. The difference in life insurance when you begin to lose weight. A change in your health since you purchased a life insurance policy might qualify you for a better deal. For example, losing weight and improving your cholesterol level or lowering your blood pressure could help you get a lower rate. Insurers typically are willing to retest for factors that were considered during an initial assessment, but you'll need to show that you have sustained the improvement. For example, you'll need to have kept off the weight for a certain period of time as defined by the insurer. You may also need to show that you have maintained weight loss for at least a year before the rate can be changed. Now, I personally think that taking a medical after you have sustained weight loss for a year is very beneficial for you. For example, I saved around 20% on my policy but maintained the same amount of cover after my weight loss, which was great. So I was paying the same and getting more. You can also get a life insurance quote online. There are many insurance providers out there that can give you a good deal. I'll list them in the description, but that brings us on to number 4. The best life insurance providers. Okay guys, I want to keep this section as short as possible, so I'll tell you the life insurance provider I used when I was overweight, and the life insurance provider I use now I've lost over £100. So the provider I went with when I was up over £300 was Aviva, and I've linked to them in the description up above. The company I use now, I've lost all the weight, is Royal London. I had a medical with these guys, but they came to my house. There was no need for me to travel or go anywhere, and it was just basic stuff. They checked my weight, my height, my waist size, they checked my blood pressure, and all in it took about 15 to 20 minutes. And then 3 days later we got through the new policy and we've managed to save 20% on the cost of our policy, which was great. Number 5. How much life insurance should you be looking at getting as a bare minimum? Now, in my mind, there is a very simple answer to this question. As a bare minimum, what I would suggest is to get a policy that will at least cover your outstanding mortgage. As we talked about earlier in this video, it is likely to be the biggest monthly expenditure for your family. And to have that covered would relieve a lot of pressure, and for a relatively small amount. It's interesting to point out that 44% of millennials think that the annual cost of life insurance is actually 5 times higher than what it actually is. In reality, once you've lost the weight, a healthy young 30-year-old can have a life insurance policy of $250,000 starting at around $20 per month. Now that's blown your mind, right? Number 6. Okay guys, now it's time to talk about what I did to lose over £100 and get my insurance policy way down. Here it is. I followed the Keto Diet. Now guys, if you're interested in losing some weight and doing the same, I've created a 7-day plan and I'll link to it down in the comments. Okay, so what is the Keto Diet? This is going to be something that is low in carbs, moderate in protein and high in dietary fat. Nutrition is going to be responsible for about 90% of the changes in our body. You may have heard the old saying, 10% happens in the gym, 90% happens in the kitchen. And that actually holds true. Okay, so what are the numbers you need to follow to be on the keto diet or to go into ketosis? You probably remember being told about the food pyramid when you were younger. And that looks something like 60% of the daily calories coming from carbs, 30% coming from protein, and 10% coming from fat. The keto diet turns this on its head, and for good reason. The numbers you should be looking at for keto and going into ketosis are 75% of your calories to be coming from fat, 20% from protein, and 5% from carbs. That's quite the difference, and the reason for this is to get us to burn fat for energy instead of glucose. And It worked wonders for me, and hopefully it can do the same for you too. Okay guys, if you want to see a video on which exercise I think is best to burn belly fat and start bringing the cost of your insurance way down, click the link on the left hand side. But apart from that, I'm Steve, this is Life at the Whitehouse, beware the donut goblin, and I'll see you again in that one. Cheers guys.